I have packages to open, so stay tuned and see what's in them because I honestly have no clue. Hey everyone, welcome back to Onyx Pages. This is a haul, and I hope it's a book haul because I think some of what I'm gonna open in these packages will be books, but not everything will be. So let's just get started, and while I do that, I will chat with you. You would have already seen the announcement video for Quarantined Pages, so I hope that you can join us for 1 hour of silent reading over Zoom. There are going to be 7 booktubers participating in this read-along. Each of us will host one read-along on one day of the week. My day of the week is Monday. So if you are interested in joining us to read, then just check out the schedule. And if there's a time that works for you, then let us know. It's printer ink, which is great when you're working from home and completely unbookish. So that's package number 1. The rest of these packages are flat, so I'm hoping they actually are books, or else this is going to be very anticlimactic for everybody involved. Today I was watching Booktube, as I do when I get ready. Not like I'm going anywhere, but getting ready for you. And I watched a musical Tati's review of Brown Girl in the Ring, and I was very nervous watching it. So Tatiana, I appreciated your review. I was nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, I hope she likes it. I hope she likes it. And the thumbnail was unclear. So anyway, it was really fun to watch. If you are not, if you're not subscribed to Tatiana's channel, then you should be, because she's amazing. I think that Tatiana is one of my bookish twins because we like similar books and we've read similar books, and sometimes she'll just show up with a review of a book that I just bought or just heard about and thought, I really want to read this. And the most recent review like that was Remembrance. I had heard about that book because another booktuber or an Instagrammer, bookstagrammer, nomenclature, a bookstagrammer was talking about it. There's this pigeon that is trying to fly, and the wind is so strong that it is literally staying in place. So that was distracting. Anyway, so I heard about it. I put it on the list. I picked it up at my local bookstore, and then within a couple of days, Tatiana had a review of Remembrance. So I really love her channel, and she's got a great personality, and she swears, which is basically what you need to do to be my friend. So this is, okay. This is Nevin and the Bloody Queen. I don't know if the words are gonna show up reversed because they look reversed right now. Nevin and the Bloody Queen. And this, like any graphic novel, it was created by a ton of people. So the writer is Helen Mulan, the artist Dom Reardon, and then there are layout artists and, okay, so Matthew Dow Smith was the layout artist for some of the pages and the title page illustration. And then we have another illustrator named Jock, that's convenient, a color artist named Lee Lugridge, and letters were by Robin Jones. So I'll just read the back here. Something strange has been unleashed in the north of England. London teen Nevin, or Nissie Oswald, is stuck in the countryside for the entire summer with only her mother and little brother for company. But things start to look up when she meets Reggie, an attractive and mysterious older man to whom she feels inexorably drawn. Yeah, that's creepy already for for lots of reasons. As Nissy busies herself with lustful reveries of Reggie and digging through the old family home, the small town is rocked by a grisly murder that claims one of its own, but the town folks aren't the only ones reacting strangely. Even the local fauna start to behave in mystifying ways. Before long, a series of seemingly disparate yet increasingly disturbing elements brews into a storm, and Nissy is in its eye. Folk horror through the eyes of a modern teen in this atmospheric tale of obsession, suspense, and magic. Okay, I'm not sure why I bought this, but that's okay. Probably because it was a graphic novel and because there's a woman of color as a young woman of color as the protagonist. I think I will probably, what I like about graphic novels is that they're sometimes very short to read, and I can save them for when I need a lot of visual stimulation, like when I'm in a reading slump or whatnot. I might save this till October and read this as part of like my spooky reads or that kind of stuff. So yes, I will probably save this, but it looks interesting, so we'll see. It looks spooky, which is good for me. All right. Okay, while I open this other package, what do I want to tell you? I don't think this is a book. I want to tell you that, this is something I haven't told you before, or I should have, but I have a friend named Isis, and she runs an online bookstore called Sista Sci-Fi, and I might have actually talked to you about this before. And Sista Sci-Fi is a place where you can go and pick up the latest Black science fiction and fantasy Afrofuturism books written by mostly Black female authors. She also has a roving bookstore that she actually takes in her car, and so she can show up to events and stuff with her mini bookstore. So she's got an online bookstore. So if you are trying to wean yourself away from, billion-dollar online stores, which shall go unnamed, then you should check out stores like hers where you can buy your books. She's got the latest copy of all sorts of interesting books. And right now, she's selling a bundle of books, which maybe I'll put up here. It's a bundle of books that's inspired by the reading list for Solar Powered, which is our Afrofuturism slow reading group that I started over at Facebook in 2014. So if you would like to pick up a bundle of books, then you should check out the link to her store and buy the books there. There's a slight discount. I believe you can get 4 books for $45 or something like that. Don't quote me. I'll put the little a graphic there. And Isis is amazing. Not only does she sell the books, she also sells t-shirts and tights and nice fun stuff. A lot of Black Girl Magic stuff. Okay, this is not a book. It is Tomboy duo brushes. So they've got brush pens on one side, and on the other side they've got the fine tip pen. And so I got the pastel markers. I use these in my planners and also in my journals. If you are somebody who bullet journals or who plans, you will be very familiar with this brand of markers. So there we are. Not exactly book related. I want to talk about the graphic novel, The Parable of the Sower. I haven't started reading it yet, but I just want to comment on Octavia Butler and about her work and what it means for her work to get a new life through the graphic works. When Octavia Butler passed away, I felt really, really, really sad. I was actually quite shocked when I found out about the news. I actually had an opportunity that this is such FOMO. It's not even a fear of missing out. It's like I actually missed out. So Nalo Hopkinson, who's my favorite author, was interviewing Octavia Butler at the Toronto Women's Bookstore in the early aughts. I think it was like 2000 and 5 or 6. And for reasons I won't get into, I chose not to go. And I really should have gone to that event, and I didn't go. And then she passed away after that, not directly after that, but she's now passed away, so there won't be another opportunity. But just imagine being in a tiny feminist bookstore with Nalo Hopkinson interviewing Octavia Butler. Like, I don't think that there was a recording of that interview, of that event, but anyway, so any opportunity there is to see how people are taking up her work right now is an opportunity that I don't want to miss. So I've been really interested in checking out the work of John Jennings and Damian Duffy and seeing how Octavia Butler's imagined worlds are rendered through their graphic expertise. It's also really interesting to see two men take up her work and to see how their worldview, there's that pigeon again, it's legit flying backwards because the wind is so strong. It's, yeah. Watching birds fly in heavy gusts of wind is just, it's really a meditation on surrender, because, you know, they're not going to win, so they just kind of surf for a bit, and then when they feel the wind abate, then they go back, which is really cool. Back to the story. So I really like seeing how John Jennings and Damian Duffy just talk about their work. I know that they've done a number of videos about Kindred and also about Parable of the Sower, so I'm looking forward to reading it. And if you have purchased a copy of the Parable of the Sower and you've started to read it, let me know what you think. I'm not sure when I will read it. I might save it, I might not, I don't know. But I'm looking forward to checking it out. Okay. So, oh, yes, I do want to show these to you. So these are not books, but these are collages that I purchased. And these collages were created by Alexis Pauline Gumbs. Alexis Pauline Gumbs is many things. And one of the things that she is an author. I've read two of her books so far. Two of her books. So one is Spill. It's a beautiful book of poems, and I think in one of my previous videos I read some of her poetry, and it's just beautiful. So Spill, and then Revolutionary Mothering, which I haven't finished yet, but I started that. And she also has a book called Dub. So she is one of the most brilliant thinkers. She's a spiritual leader. She is, I would call her an activist. Her work is really cool because she's dedicated to reading the archives of Black feminists who have passed on. So she's done a lot of work. She did that for her PhD dissertation, but she continues to study their work. So she studied the work of Audre Lorde, and she studied the work of June Jordan and many, many other Black feminists. She is a fountain of knowledge, and she is also a collage artist. So I purchased some collages from her that I'm going to frame. I already own one of her collages, and that's the June Jordan collage, which is at my workplace. This is the Sojourner Truth collage. And I have the name Sojourner, I walk with it, and I don't actually know enough about Sojourner Truth. So there's that, and it says on the bottom, I sell the shadow to support the substance. That's cool. So that's the Sojourner Truth one. I bought 4. And if you are, I will put a link to Alexis's website in the downstairs, as Brody would say, because she, like a lot of people, are affected by COVID-19 and the quarantine. Like a lot of people who do certain kinds of work are having to find alternate ways to get their coins. So yes, this one is one that I've wanted for a really long time. This is Harriet Tubman, Nurse, Spy, and Scout. So that's the Harriet Tubman collage, which is lovely. Those of us who practice West African religious traditions that have an element of ancestor reverence, we work with ancestors and we revere them. And you can work with ancestors who are your actual biological ones and ones who are people who have passed on but who have contributed to your experience through the works that they were able to accomplish while they were alive. And Harriet Tubman is one of those people who inspires me very much. So this one, oh, which one is this one? I don't recognize this face, and I really should. I'm not sure which person this is, just by the face, so I'll have to look it up. But this is another collage. I love the colors in this one. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. And then the last one might be a duplicate. It is not. Okay. So this is the last one. I also want to tell you about another artist, and their name is Octavia, and they've got a store in Society 6. And they reimagine the Orishas as like queer and just like gender non-conforming Afrofuturist gods. So I'm gonna show you some of their art as well. This is Octavia Butler. This is a beautiful Octavia Butler collage. She's such a beautiful woman. So yeah. I'm feeling sad, but all that you touch, you change, right? And all that you change changes you. Okay, so that is my haul of, oh yes, I actually asked Alexis. If you know me, you know I like written cards. I asked her if she would write something to me in a card. Oh, that's not it. Yeah. Okay. I thought she sent me a card, but she did not. It will probably come online. But I did get a gift card. Don't know what that is. Oh. Okay. So, I have 2 more packages. I think I know what one of them is. So in the below, tell me what you're reading right now, but also, how are you doing with this whole like quarantine situation? Are you reading more? Are you reading less? Are you finding things really interesting to read, or are you finding that you're wanting something different from what you usually read because of everything that's going on? Some people go to their comfort places and some people just need a distraction. So which camp are you in? Let me know in the downstairs. Okay. I've been looking forward to this one. So I don't think this... Okay. So this is an arc. Yeah. This is an arc that I received because I'm a Penguin influencer and Penguin teen influencer. So this is a Phoenix First Must Burn, and I smile because these are stories that were inspired by Octavia Butler. So a Phoenix First Must Burn, 16 stories of Black girl magic, resistance, and hope. And this was edited by Patrice Caldwell. So the authors are a mix of well-known authors and new authors, and Patrice Caldwell says that the incomparable Octavia Butler wrote In order to rise from its own ashes, a phoenix first must burn. And it's their hope that these books will help young Black women see themselves. So Patrice Caldwell is right there. She's cute. She's a graduate of Wellesley College and the founder of and fundraising chair of People of Color in Publishing, a grassroots organization dedicated to supporting, empowering, and uplifting racially and ethnically marginalized members of the book publishing industry. She was born and raised in Texas. Patrice was a children's book editor before shifting to writing full-time. In 2018, she was named Publishers Weekly Star Watch honoree and featured on the Writer's Digest podcast and Bustle's inaugural Lit List as one of 10 women changing the book world. Cool. So apparently this is Beyonce's Lemonade for a teen audience, and these are women who are heirs of Octavia Butler. So I'm just going to look through this table of contents to see if there are any names that I recognize. So the first story is When Life Hands You a Lemon, Fruit Bomb. Okay, written by Amory, who I think is a booktuber, as well as a singer, I want to say, but I think I just know her from her channel. There is a story called Gilded by Elizabeth Acevedo. Rebecca Roanhorse has written a story in here as well. Aliyah Dawn Johnson, I've seen her name before. I can't place it. Somaya Daoud is also someone who wrote a couple books with some interesting covers that I haven't read yet. I think they're kind of Afro-retrofuturism. Justina Ireland, L.L. McKinney. So Justina Ireland is the author of Dread Nation and then the sequel. I forget the name of that. L.L. McKinney, so that's A Blade So Black and the other one, A Something So Dark, A Dream So Dark. And then Donielle Clayton of The Bells. Then there's Patrice Caldwell, who is the editor. Danny Lore, I don't know who that is. Ibiza Boy of America Street and Pride. Danielle Page, I don't know. Ashley Woodfolk, I don't know. Charlotte Nicole Davis sounds familiar, but I can't place my finger on it. Karen Strong and J. Marcel Corey. So those are the authors of the short stories. So yeah, so I want to definitely read this. I believe that this book is already out. Yeah, so it came out in March of 2020, so it's a new release. And yes, I also like the cover. If you can see the braids. I don't know if my iPhone's gonna focus, but let's see if you can see the texture of the braids. Does that help? It doesn't. Oh well. So yeah. Have you received a copy of this? Have you started reading it? What do you think? Okay, and then the last, this is a half an hour video. How'd that happen? Okay, the last one for my haul. Okay, so I already have this. So this is an arc of the Good Luck Girls, which I already have. And I got this from, there's no a name for this. But it just says the Book Trolls. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not sure why I received an arc of this, and I'm not even sure who I got this from. So, since I already have an arc of this, and I read the arc because I got one from Raincoast Books, I will... Oh, that's weird. It's got an ISBN sticker on it, and it looks like it was purchased? I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll figure out where this is coming from, and if you would like a copy of the Good Luck Girls, then if you want this arc, just let me know, and at some point I will send it to you because I'm behind on my mailings. But yeah, just let me know, and if you write a haiku, because that's what we do here. Yes, I will find out where this book came from, but whoever sent it to me, thank you very much, and I will pass it along. That is all I have to say for now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this haul, and I will see you in my next video. Actually, before I go, what I've been trying to do is, you'll notice in the end cards at the end of my videos, I have added a box that says, I think you'll love this booktuber, or check this booktuber out. I'm going to be doing that with each of my videos because I want booktubers to spread the love. So if you are a channel and you would like me to point folks in your direction, then just leave a link to your channel in the description area, and then in one of my upcoming videos I will encourage people to take a look at your content as well. Okay, thanks very much for watching. I will see you soon, and remember to read with purpose. Bye.